Good day. I will be in Meigs, Georgia, and I will also be in Tallahassee, Florida on October the 28th. So if anyone needs any help while I'm in the area, my information will be at the top of this video. So all you have to do is just reach out. Now, moving into my story for today. So I had a mother, she scheduled a spiritual consulting deliverance session with me. So she did this through my website. And the reason why she scheduled this session, she actually scheduled it for her 6-year-old daughter. She was explaining to me that her daughter was just not listening, just getting loud with her, just displaying a lot of bad behaviors. She was also explaining to me that one day that she was asleep, one evening when she was asleep, she woke up and she said she saw her daughter standing over top of her with a nail file and she was pointing at her. And so when she got up, she said her daughter just laughed and then she ran away. She just was just telling me that she just had a gut feeling that something was off. And it just seems like her behavior has been getting worse and worse. And she just basically does bad things and she'll laugh. And it's even been times that she'll run inside of the house and she'll hide from her. So again, her mother was saying that she knew something was all the way off with this. So that was her purpose of scheduling this session. So I do these sessions through Zoom. So as we're doing the session, I'm speaking with the mother, and then I asked to be able to see her daughter. So as I'm looking at the daughter, trying to figure out, if anything is attached to her, I start commanding these spirits, if there were any spirits, to start speaking. So I started hearing demons speaking. So I already knew that she had something attached to her. Now, whenever I'm working with kids, people don't know, but kids' cases can be worse than the adult cases. The reason why, because the demons really try to fight hard to stay attached to these kids, because of course they're young, they're vulnerable, and some of them it's hard for them to explain what's happening, what's going on, that sort of thing. So they just love to attack the kids. So as I'm looking and I'm hearing different things, so I'm asking this spirit, this demon, I'm trying to figure out exactly, because it's not really saying a whole lot. So I'm constantly trying to force this thing to talk. So as I'm still asking this demon questions, because it didn't want to give his name up and didn't want to tell me how it entered, I continued to command this spirit to talk in the name of Yeshua HaMashiach. And so by doing that, it told me that it entered through programs. So in other words, it's telling me that it's something that she's watching, and this is how whatever this was attached to her. So as I hear that, I'm telling her mom, okay, she has something attached to her, and it's telling me that it entered her through watching some type of programs. So she's telling me everything she's watching. Nothing's really ringing the bell, but she gets down to the last thing, and she kind of turns her phone, and I can see her daughter, and her daughter has this book that she's reading, and it's a character on the book. And I wasn't familiar with the character on the book, but when I saw this character in my eyes, it was highlighted. So there was a sign that that's what it was. That's how this thing entered her, through this character. So I asked her, I said, well, what is that on the front of her book? Because it's demonic. And she said, well, that's a Axolotl. I said, well, it's demonic, and this is how, she's been, well, this is how she's being attacked from this character. So if you don't know what an axolotl is, it's actually a animal. So this is a actual animal, like a salamander. I know it's amphibious, so it's in the water, and I believe they're like native to Mexico, so they're like Mexican rivers. Anyway, so So I'm asking her mom different questions. So she's telling me, yeah, well, you know, she has an axolotl bear, and she will not go anywhere without this bear. And she has this book, so she's reading the book, and she was watching videos on YouTube, you know, people making videos talking about it. So she was watching that as well. So I've always explained that these sort of things can't enter you unless you open the door. So since her daughter was entertaining this by reading, watching programs about it, and also having this bear that she was attached to, and she said she would sleep with it as well. So this was like an open invitation. So this is how this attached to her. Now, it's not the animal that attached to her. So what people don't know is there is a Aztec god that is attached to this. So it's an Aztec god that goes by the name of Axolotl. All right, and this is the god of deformities, sickness, the god of also the god of the underworld, and god of monsters as well. So this is actually attached to this axolotl. So in other words, it was created based off of the Aztec god. So the Aztec god is connected to this axolotl, the one that you see in the kids carrying, the one that I'm talking about. So not the actual animal itself, if that makes sense. So axolotl means water monster or water spirit, and that's something else people probably don't know. So yeah, so it's based off of this. So this was attached to her. So her daughter will need deliverance to have this removed. She will need deliverance to have this removed, because what it is the Aztec god Axolotl that is attached to her, that's causing the issues. And this is also this god is also known to be like a trickster spirit as well. Trickster spirits, they like to play games, they like to joke, pull pranks. And I know that the mom was saying that sometimes she would do that, you know, play jokes and pranks and say, oh, I got you, and run. So this is the characteristics of this trickster spirit. So that's why she was doing the things that she was doing. Now, I've also made videos about the Labubu as well, and you need to stay away from that. That's something else that's demonic, and I'm seeing a lot of people that are being affected by this as well. It's popular, but again, that's something that's demonic, and I've also made videos on that you can go and you can check out. So if you know anyone that owns this axolotl, you want to tell them to get rid of it, get it out of their homes. Yeah, any type of coloring books or just books that you're reading, anything that's in your house that is attached to this Aztec god Axolotl, you want to make sure that you remove it. There's a lot of tricks that are out here in terms of the different things that Satan is doing. So a lot of these things, they're trying to move in through different toys and, of course, cartoons, characters, you know, stuffed animals, you know, because they're trying to get the kids. So when I find information out like this, I, you know, try to make videos on it as soon as I can so that you can be aware, because it's very, very real. So again, the axolotl, if you have that in your home, if your kids have them, remove them immediately. Remove them, put them in a trash bag, and get them outside of your house, because they are demonic and they are made based off of the Aztec god Axolotl. All right. So, want to be clear. I'm not saying that the actual animal itself, the axolotl, the one that looks like a fish with arms, I'm not saying that that is demonic. I'm saying this axolotl character that you see in your kids carrying around the stuffed animals, that is made off of that. Have a great day.